Hello Montessori families, and welcome to our brand new homework channel on YouTube that's designed to help you as you work on homework with your student at home. This week, for the week of August 18th, we're going to look at the second grade packet. Second grade is a little bit more complicated than first grade and kindergarten. Those are more self-explanatory, so we'll mostly stick with second grade. So as we open up the packet, we see some questions that you can ask your student at home about the book that they are reading in Wit and Wisdom. That is also linked on our homework channel, so you can see exactly what students are doing in ELA. Then if I go to our first math page, we do have some pages this week that explain exactly what students are doing in math, so you can read through those. And this is the first page that students have to complete. So students have been learning all about measurement so far this year, specifically with 1 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and they've even looked at what 100 centimeters or 1 meter looks like so that they can better estimate, which you'll see later in the packet. So on this page for lesson 7, you'll be given a measurement like this one. Kate's lizard is 27 centimeters long. And students have to decide how many 1 centimeter cubes Kate would need to measure her lizard, and then how many 10 centimeter rulers and some 1 centimeter cubes left over that Kate would need. And again, that's also explained in these pages right here if you want to read through those so you better understand and can give students a little bit of a review as well. The next page is also for lesson 7. It's very similar work, deciding how many 1 centimeter cubes and 10 centimeter rulers you would need to measure each object. And then on this page, students are going to see a model of some 10 centimeter cubes and 1 centimeter cubes. Notice that on the ones, there are more than 10. So this is meant to be a review for students to think back to first grade and remember what we did when we had more than 10 ones. We make a new 10. So it wants students to make a new 10, redraw what those new 10s and ones would look like, and then write their totals of how many 10s, how many ones, and then what is the actual total number that they get from that drawing. On Wednesday, students are reviewing lesson 8, and this is all about whether students are kind of picking up on about how long objects are. So we're moving into estimation. So they're given an object like a cracker, and they have to decide what would be the more appropriate tool to measure that object, either 1 centimeter cubes, a 10 centimeter ruler, a meter stick, or a measuring tape. For Thursday's homework, students are given 2 objects on the paper, which happen to be pencils of different sizes. And here's where our estimations come in. So before students actually measure how long each object is, they make an educated estimate about how long they think each pencil is on the page. Then they should actually measure and write what they got. Their estimation should not be the exact same as their measurement. We really want them to practice making accurate estimates using what they know about 1 centimeters and 10 centimeters. We learned in class last week that a 1 centimeter cube is about the width of our pinky. And that's a really good way that students can make an accurate estimation of how long something is if they don't have the tool at their disposal. After they do make that estimate, they can cut out this 10 centimeter ruler and use it to measure for real and write their actual measurement. We've also talked about the difference in objects, and that the difference is how much longer one object is than another. Students have practiced counting on to tell the difference and writing a subtraction sentence to find the difference. And that is second grade homework for this week. I hope that helps, and please come back to our homework channel every week to see more examples of how to complete kindergarten, first, and second grade homework. Thanks so much.